This is West Beach of the Plasmatics, and when I want to check out all things Kiss, I listen to Tom Zeus on the Shout It Out Loudcast.
Oh, boy. Here we go. This is Jay Messina. Put that cookie down. Kiss. I'm pressing the button. Star Grover Simmons. Star? Paul Stanley. Is that what he does? Stop shouting. My name is Ace Riley. He's not what you would call a handsome man. Oh, no. Here come the kiss times. Is that a positive thing? Okay. All right. I'm going to grab me an ice cold mellow alcohol. Why? Why do that to the fans? Stop it. Why? Because fuck them. That's what are you talking about? 617-525-0850. You do? Hey, fucko. Do you like Kiss? Settle down.
What's going on? This is Peter North, and I am wishing you a happy 49th birthday, my friend. I'm coming to you from Jim, and 49, that's still young this day and age. Come on. So just relax, settle down, and enjoy your birthday. All right? I love horror shit myself, like movies and books and stuff like that. That's a go-to for me. We have one thing in common anyway, but you have a great 49th birthday, and take care. God bless.
Hello. Hey, what's up there, Kiss Army? Tom and Zeus with another episode of Shout It Out Loudcast, episode 182. Kiss. Story of their songs, Reelz. And what you guys just heard now was the better of the two cameos provided to us for my birthday and Tom's birthday by Patreon superstar Jim Riley. So, how you doing, Peter North?
Oh, my goodness. First, let's start off with huge thanks to everybody out there for the wonderful birthday wishes, including Zeus's amazing post about us and, all that stuff. And, of course, Jim Riley giving both of us birthday presents, washed up, dirty old porn star cameos. Oh, man.
Yeah, Peter North was looking rough.
Peter North must be like, what? But Jim, let me tell you, we love you and we love it. That's you get the show, my friend. That was amazingly awesome. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was like, I'm wondering between you and I.
Yeah.
Okay. Who the fuck got a worse cameo? You with getting Peter North a guy, or me getting the 400 and generously saying she's only 400, Lisa Sparks?
I don't know. See, I think what would have been good if Jim could have coordinated the two of them doing a cameo and having it end and having it end with, a little bit of some special
and them getting back to work.
Yeah. Peter North put a little bit of syrup on those flapjacks.
I know you want this cinnamon bun. Let me top it off for you.
This is why we tell people no children. And no, don't listen to this in the car. Don't do it.
Casada.
Oh,
she's giving me a guilt trip that he listened to our episode with his kids in the car. And supposedly someone was fucking swearing every fucking 20 fucking minutes.
Who the fuck was doing that?
I don't know. Some fucktard. How's that?
All right. So enough about my birthday, which was great and everything. Tell us about, you had a little road trip with some Kiss connections to it, right?
Yes. In the sense that I went to Virginia Beach, home of maybe the worst Kiss CD this side of Unmasked.
Yeah, that was a Shout It Out Loudcast reconnaissance mission to figure out why that was so horrendous.
All right. So I drove from Boston. I drove down Saturday. No, I left Friday, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to leave at 1 o'clock. Sure I am. I left at 4. somehow ended up in Jersey, and I stayed in a fucking hotel where tip the hat to Courtney Croning Spencer Cook Dold fucking Kulik, who kept me entertained with a
wait a minute, what?
Bitch fest. Oh, we were just bitching about shit and talking gossip as usual.
Okay.
That night. And while I was listening to meth deals going on outside and scared I was going to get shanked, my poor kid. Oh, gross. Just
were you staying near Casada? He lives in Jersey.
That's why I'm like, ew. Meanwhile, a couple times on this trip, the George Washington Bridge on one of them and another bridge, I think the Delaware Bridge. Holy fucking panic attack going over them.
Yeah, I can't do that either.
As I'm driving and I'm talking to you, all of a sudden, my cousin texts, hey, because I sent him the ways you can share the trip.
Yep.
He's like, oh, hey, you're coming up on like what may be one of the world's longest bridges. You're going to love this. I'm like, what the fuck am I coming up on? And you know where you're fucking looking at ways and you're going over a bridge? There is no land in sight.
Yeah.
For like 17 miles, I'm on this bridge going over it.
No, I can't do that.
The Chesapeake Bay Bridge. I'm just like the biggest fucking panic attack nerd holding on dearly with two hands on the steering wheel. Like, don't talk to me. Don't touch me. Don't say anything. I'm not looking at the sides. I'm just driving straight. Holy panic attack.
That's me with bridges. I can't do bridges.
The worst, Tom, is I look to the left on the other side. There's two different bridges. It's not like two lanes.
Yes.
On the other bridge, traffic for about 5 miles.
I would have jumped.
Could you imagine being stuck on that bridge high above the Atlantic Ocean?
No.
I assume that's the Atlantic over there, or some bay or whatever. And you're fucking stuck in mile 4 of 17 miles, and you're not moving for an hour on that bridge.
No. And the funny thing about this story is that you wanted to drive to Nashville for Creatures Fest.
I bet you it would be a lot easier than that. It was 9.5, 10 hours. I did the trip, and I'm like telling you, you're like, and I started talking to you a couple times on the phone. You're like, yeah, don't panic, this and that. And I lose the call. I'm like, he probably thinks I just drove off the bridge because the call would just drop. But it made it to Virginia Beach, stayed a couple days. My cousin's got a beautiful place. Oh, beautiful. Use the roller. Beautiful place right on Virginia Beach, right on the ocean, literally on the ocean. So
awesome.
It just his back porch is right on the Atlantic Ocean. Got a beautiful pool. Loved it. Was telling him all our KISS stuff. And shit was blowing up, Tom.
We're going to get into that
all weekend. And he's just like, at one point, he's just like, I don't understand. Is this all because of like KISS?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the best part was when me and you talking while you're on your way to Virginia and your young daughter's in the car going, wait, you still talking about KISS? Is this about KISS?
No. She goes like this, Tom. She goes, like, I was telling you the drama and there's all this shit and people fucking yelling, whatever. And we're going over this. And she's like shaking her head, like, you guys are like just a KISS podcast. Like what the fuck is all this shit blowing up? Like, what's wrong with you and your people and your friends? You're like a KISS podcast. You're insignificant. What the fuck?
Look at you. You ever kiss a woman in the lips?
You over there. It's just what the fuck. Anyways, the trip was excellent. I got back. You had a wonderful birthday, from what I understand. From a lot of well wishers and stuff.
Yep.
I'm glad for you, my friend. I always hate the fact that I'm a little bit older than you by a month or so.
A month.
Yeah, I know.
You'll be hitting 50 before me.
Yeah, and my gift for you, and fuck Amazon and their fucking shit, is coming. It'll be here soon. But it's always one of those things, like my brother used to buy me DVDs and shit, like, oh, here you go. I'm like, I have that. Here you go. I have that. Oh, here's a new book. I have that. Hey, that's what it's like for you. So I have to think.
You never know.
I'm going to get him something that I like, that I love him to like. And he'll be like, oh, thanks. Great. Throws it across the room.
You did that for Christmas. I think you got me Johnny Cash and Elvis. Yes. And I don't have either one of those. I love them.
And a White Snake, right? Did I get you a White Snake?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. That's something you've been playing a lot of.
No, dude, that was Christmas. I can't remember. You would not believe. With my mom staying with me, she's like, I think another package came. I think it's another record. I'm like, that's all that comes to my house now. It's incredible.
Another record. Yeah. It's from BMG Collection House, Columbia House.
This is Jorge Plantes on it. Is this for you?
Is there a chode gelati living at this house? Yeah. Well, there's a lot to get to.
Yeah.
And what we always do is we always go backwards before we go forward. And we like to always reminisce about the episode we just talked about to keep it alive and make sure it gets the love that it deserves. And last week we did a little episode that kind of blew up
a lot more than we thought it was going to be kind of a big deal, but I was actually grateful that our episodes dropped on Saturdays because me and you were on the phone a lot after the episode dropped.
Yeah, and I was driving, so literally I fucking edited that video, like got it done at the last minute, hit edit, fucking got in the car and left.
Yeah,
and uploaded it. And then all shit broke loose while I'm on the road.
Yeah. By the way, if you see me doing this, it's because the dog's barking. I'm trying to like shield it. So just in case you ever see me doing that. Yeah.
Guest appearance, Scout.
Hello. So we did a poll like we do every week. We had to get a little creative with this because last week we had Roy Dam on to talk about the mysterious Sam Loomis, or maybe not so mysterious. Who knows? So we just kind of threw a poll out there, fun topic of discussion. And we just said, if more of these videos were to be leaked, what would you want to see? And the options were something from the Dynasty era, Creatures of the Night era, Animalize era, or Reunion era.
Hey,
and
Tom,
again,
before you jump on that, one of the things I do tell people, because you don't use Instagram, but you should.
Okay.
That's your way of being a creepy, dirty old man without being a creepy, dirty old man. Well, I follow her for her Instagram stories.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, I sometimes with our episode drops, I'll put on the story, whatever your story is, and I can put a poll.
Yeah.
So, and sometimes we do the same poll or sometimes we do different. So you might want to look at our story on Instagram, people, or follow us on Instagram, and you can see what our poll is. Like I did something different. I put, what's the best part of the Sam Loomis videos? The videos or the drama? And that came out 61% said the videos.
Oh, come on, Kiss nerds. Should be voting for the drama.
Exactly, buddy.
So for this one, though, so it was Dynasty, Creatures, Animalized, Reunion. Again, we always talk about the Ace cult. There is a Creatures cult out there. People are obsessed with this album. And if you don't know where we stand on it, go back and listen to our album review. You might not be happy with that. But Creatures ran away with it 50%. Dynasty 29%, 13% for Animalize, and 8% for the Reunion. Since then, no new videos have been leaked. Nothing's been happening there, so who knows? Tons of feedback here. I'll try to. I mean, we'll go through it. We'll go through some specific stuff, but generally speaking, there was some very, very heated discussions, both on social media and privately, with myself and Zeus and some people who shall remain nameless.
Yeah, and a few of the players behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Now, we should say, and we'll say it just as loudly as what Roy did when he was on the show. We spoke to two of the people. One of them was like named in passing. I don't even know him. I didn't even know him beforehand, so I didn't think anything of it. And he's reached out to us, and he categorically denied any involvement. I know nothing about this. I'm not involved. I've got a reputation out there. I'd appreciate if you guys would clean this up or do something. And we said, yeah, not a problem. You're denying it. We will put up some news that you've denied it.
Yep.
We're doing it again. He's denied it. Now, that's one. The other one, originally, the person that was named in this, he denied it originally, and he had kind of reached out to us too. And I've seen where he's denied it too. And one other thing, we love our Loudcasters, but it's not really cool for you guys to, bug these people and then share your screenshot conversations with them with us. I know I would be pissed if you asked us the question on DM and I responded, and then you ran and told Kiss FAQ, hey, do you know what Tom and Zeus said? Or Three Sides or Podcast Rock City. Like, I'd be like, what the fuck, dude? If you're my friend, why are you sharing that stuff?
Yeah.
Like, and again, we love you guys, but that's not really cool. And, you know, if you want to post that shit later on our Loudcasters Facebook page, I'm not going to fucking take it down. I'll be honest with you, Tom. If you want to, you can. We may have a different agreement. I'm leaving that up there. I'm just saying, I don't think that's cool. But if there's a, like, you know, if it's like a freedom of speech kind of thing, and we want someone's, you know, to have a conversation, let it go, I'll kind of let it go, I think.
Yeah,
as long as it's not like racist or fucking homophobic or something stupid.
Yeah. I mean, look, we all know that the nature of the topic is very, you know, tabloid style related. It's drama. It's Kiss. People who listen to us and people who are in the world of bootlegs and videos, etc. They knew who or what Roy was referring to. People sink their teeth into that. It's juicy. I mean, we're proud of the episode. Okay, we're proud of the episode. We got insane amounts of feedback, both good and bad. Mostly extremely positive about how it was handled. Of course, we got a couple funny things. You know, saying, "Oh, come on, give up the name." You know, thoroughly enjoyed this episode, although in the back of my mind, I wonder whether it was a sign of insanity to be even remotely bothered about the whole thing. Then we had a couple other comments saying, oh, come on, everybody knows Roy is Sam Loomis. Like, you know what I mean? So, and what Zeus is referring to is, you know, people having conversations either privately on DMs or on other channels, whether it be Instagram, Twitter, and then taking those conversations and putting them onto our Facebook group. Like Zeus said, we're not going to start being like in policing this stuff, but we do want to make sure that nobody is being kind of humiliated or destroyed without them being aware of it, thinking that they're having a conversation over in place A and then finding out that place B, you know, it's been kind of co-opted for that. That's kind of the point we're getting at.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I wouldn't do it. And we're definitely not soliciting you guys to do it to us.
No. Oh shit. No,
right.
No.
So we're not saying, hey, why don't you ask them if you get something, send it.
No.
And we've never had this issue to address. So we're saying it out loud now and we're just telling you about it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's just one aspect of this. There's plenty more to talk about, but go ahead, Tom.
No, I was just saying, just kind of going through the feed. And it's funny. We did get a bunch of feedback from different people saying, you know, the amount of people that really aren't into the Sam Loomis bootleg stuff still loved the episode, because what they appreciate, they appreciate the actual interview, the conversation, what Roy was saying, even if they weren't really caring about the Sam Loomis stuff per se. But Roy got into the weeds on a lot of stuff, a lot of the Kurt Gooch stuff, a lot of the, you know, the licensing, the rights, all that. So tons of different feedback about people and how they feel about the conversation in general, and about how they feel about like the Sam Loomis and Roy's accusations. So,
Tom, how many videos have you seen? I didn't see really any.
I've seen bits of 2 of the videos. I haven't seen any of them in full.
Like, again, they pop, hey, I'm in the middle of Love Gun. Oh shit, it hops over to fucking I don't know, making love. Like, I don't need to see clips of that shit moving around. Like, that stuff doesn't matter. If you have a pristine concert from 1977, yeah, I want to see that. Yeah, I want to listen to it.
Right.
But I'm not going to kill myself over this shit or go fucking insane like a lot of people. I just, for me, I get it. Some people are really into this. I enjoyed the fucking drama. Sorry, I did.
Our buddy Daryl Albar from Pantheon said, great episode. The Sam Loomis leak story has now gained tinfoil hat status.
Perfectly stated.
Here's another one that you'll like. Paulie the Wog. He says, I just listened. So, Mr. Jason, Mr. Andy, Mr. Snaps. Which one is it?
Harold Snaps.
And then Murph sends us a screenshot from Seinfeld. We need a name. Give us a name. Yeah, tons of different things here. our buddy Jerky Jack Broad. Lots of talk about people being fingered in this one. Yeah, somebody used the word fingered. That was interesting. So yeah, so that's some Twitter stuff. I know we got tons of action on email and Facebook if we want to kind of fly through that, Zeus.
Yeah, I'm going to read through as much as I can here. Bill Algie from, I believe, Ages of Rock, I think.
That's right.
Very, very interesting fellas. Not sure it answered many questions, but it sure raised a shit ton of them. Great job, guys. Your podcast makes mowing my grass go faster. From a fellow podcaster.
All right.
Him and Murph are cutting grass on those Saturday mornings.
Thank you.
Chuck Moore, you guys are great. Glad I found your podcast. Jerry Greetons, I hope I said your name wrong. I'm sorry if I didn't, buddy. Awesome episode. Yet another reason why you are the best. Daniel Holler Houston. That was the best episode, pretty much of anything Kiss related I have heard in like 5 years.
Wow.
Excellent job.
All right. Wow.
So our buddy Mike Murphy. Great job, fellas. Usually Roy is very reserved and humble in his interviews, but you guys did a masterful job pulling him out of his shell and getting him to speak so openly and candidly. Bravo.
I love Mike.
Yeah. John Puhalovich. I think I'm saying that right. Like the second one.
Musachias?
Musachias. Great show. I salute you for being honest. I'm being honest, asshole. I would expect you to know the difference. Brandon Furlong. Why the gooch love? The whole episode sounded like a gooch apology. Lame. Now, I believe Brandon's gone on about 6 other places and complained about the episode. He listens to us, the good guy, but he's really upset of the fact that he thinks that there's a gooch apology. The guy came on because he knows Kurt and we're going to get the background story of it. I didn't expect him to come on and bitch about gooch. We let him say his piece and explain his relationship with gooch.
Yeah, he's been friends with Gooch for over 30 years. So, I mean, if that came across as an apology tour, I mean, I think we may have heard that kind of sentiment from a few other people. But, you know, he's got a relationship with Gooch that for a long time. I mean,
yeah, I'm sorry you found it lame. And I think he's the guy that said we were becoming corporate, Tom.
Yeah, yes, we are. We work for kissonline.com. That was a corporate interview.
Yeah. If we are corporate, what the fuck are all the other podcasts if we are corporate?
Yeah, we're so corporate. We're talking about underground bootlegging and using code names. That's how corporate we are.
Well, because we didn't fucking throw a chair through the screen at Roy and say, no, you're fucking lying.
Did you order the code red? Yes or no?
Yeah. You know, we challenged him. You can't get a couple words in. It's not easy with Roy.
No.
We certainly challenge him. I guess somebody fucking Chris Vanderketchakov. A lot of difficult names today, Tom. That was awesome stuff.
What is it? Chris Vanderketchakov? What is it?
Al DePancio. What? Al DePancio. Hey, Red. Al DePancio. Chris Van Ketchikov. I don't fucking know. That was awesome stuff, guys. And the reference to that other Kiss pod, 3 Sides of the Idiots, Broad Grand. Greetings from Belgium. That's why his name is difficult. Sorry, my friend. Hope you keep listening, man. And then Brandville jumps in. Keep talking about us. We love it. Actually, Mike reached out to us a couple times behind the scenes.
Privately.
Yeah. I think he appreciated the fact that I don't know, Roy and him don't get along. I don't know the fucking story. Oh, God, no.
They do not get along.
Yeah, we don't know what the fuck it is, and that's not our business, whatever. But, Roy a couple times kept saying, yeah, Brandville does it. Man, it was like, it's not Brandville that collects all this shit.
No.
It's Mark. And, and he appreciated that we corrected him.
Yeah.
Anyways, Dominic Vincenzo, Roy Dam. I hope all this footage leaks. Also, Roy Dam, I was the one who took it down off of YouTube. Our buddy, Ryan Michael Scott Cook, Courtney Dole Smith.
Ronan Klain Kulik.
Yes. Roy has to be your most polarizing guest. Always super entertaining and great psycho reference, Tom.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
The last 4 weeks since your return has been great. Different guests. Each episode has been a lot of fun. Also, big props on the layout of the episode. Seems like a small detail, but I really enjoy how the episodes are structured. Poll results, feedback, Patreon, Kiss World, main topic, question of the week, random compliment, but the small details don't go unnoticed.
Okay, that is one of my all-time favorite comments from anybody. Because you know what? We appreciate that you acknowledge that, because we have put a lot of time and effort into making this like a structured, like a show that you can plan on and be like, oh, okay, now it's time for Kiss World. Okay, now here comes the topic. Question of the week's coming up. Like, I love that you noticed that and appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Back in the 90s, Tom and I used to have a kind of a running, half serious, half joking affinity for Bill O'Reilly's show.
Oh, yeah.
Laugh all you want. And Tom knows I'm liberal. He's conservative. I would watch the show because I would get annoyed by it.
Yep.
But it was smartly set up. He had his segments and it would go. And then you would look for that part of the segment. It'd go boom, boom, boom. And it's structured in. And an OCD person like myself, I fucking found that fast. In the back of the book segment, shit like that. And on this week's
Pinheads and Patriots, we were going to do this. We were going to try to create like a,
yeah.
Can I say Kiss Tard? Because we got more comments about that too.
Oh, settle down. Dude, Kiss Tard is about being a fucking nerdy, spazzy kid. Oh, I got the Largo fucking unseen footage of 2 minutes and 28 seconds. Oh, yeah, exactly. But we were going to come up Kiss Hero and Kiss Tard of the week. So that was one of the things we thought about doing. I'd be interested in hearing your feedback, guys. So we do comment of the week. We were thinking about saying, in addition, we'll come up with the Kiss Tard of the week, a comment, and have a
Pinhead of the week.
Yeah, that'll be it. Anyways, we've had so many unbelievable comments, Ryan. So it's a very high bar, but your fucking comment there is one of the best. Any other time it was comment of the week. Seriously.
Yep.
So thank you, Courtney, Ryan, Michael, Spencer, Cook, Kulik. And then again, our buddy Brandon, that's where he brought up corporate or something like that, something stupid. And then, of course, our buddy Roy Dam goes,
oh, yeah.
Can you get me on three sides of the coin? I would love that. And then Michael Brandvold comes on our page and says, never happened. Why would we have a guy on who's lied about me over and over? Even here, he tried to lie about me, but the host called him out on it. And then he said something like, I did catch that. But anyways, I just find this shit funny.
That's all the more reason to have him on the show, because he tells lies.
And then call him out on if it's true. But again, everybody runs their show the way they want.
I was just going to say, that's their show.
Exactly. Yep. And there's no reason for us to hate them. There's no reason for FAQ to hate PRC. There's no reason for Matt Porter to take a baseball bat to fucking, I don't know, Decibel Geek. Like, we can all get along.
And speaking of that, I want to give a shout out to Joe Polo over at Podcast Rock City for talking about our episode with Roy, telling people to listen to our show, check us out, with the caveat that don't do it with small children in the car. Joe and Joey and Sonny, they get it. So props to Joe.
Oh, and they
Polo.
have a new person on there as well. Her name is Lee. She was at Creatures Fest. I didn't meet her.
I didn't either.
And she seems 1,000 times better than Pooney and fucking Casada.
Well, the bar is low there, so, you know.
Well, anyways, yeah, and that's just the point. We talk about this all the time. Like, everybody you can listen to all our shows.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it, you don't have to be like, I only listen to PRC. I only listen to fucking the Kiss Room.
Right.
Everybody's different. Everybody has a different, personality. You can like a bunch of shows. It's okay. And we don't have to hate each other.
No. There's no hate. Let's be clear about that. There's no hate with any of these guys.
Evo Millen. It was like listening to a Gooch rehabilitation infomercial. The reasons laid out for Gooch not selling footage was nonsensical. How much it makes no sense at all. It actually makes a lot of sense. Get paid for image rights for snippets of clips for various projects, then sell the footage to deep pocket private collectors for large lump sum cash payments, double dipping. Greed is a nasty thing.
That guy sounds like Sam Loomis.
Yeah, I have no problem with what Evo's saying. I think it's true. Look, I said it after the episode to Tom privately, and I'll say it now. I'm still not sure if Roy isn't fucking Sam Loomis.
Honestly, that should have been a poll. Is Roy Sam Loomis? Yes or no?
Yeah, I don't know. It makes sense, but he does adamantly insist that he's friends with him. So we came from it with that. He'll get us a lot of information, and it was a lot of information. And that's his buddy. If he wants to back his buddy up, I don't fucking blame him. But, you know, did I agree with all this stuff? Yeah, I don't think he gave me a good enough reason to say, you know, why wouldn't anybody just sell that to 15 different people to be greedy? Well, it wouldn't make sense. Why wouldn't it make sense?
It makes perfect sense.
Exactly. Well, how stupid would you be to do that? I'm like, they're kiss tarts. People will buy it. You mean I'm the only one that has this video of Gene taking a shit in 4 toilets in one day?
Yes.
Yes, you are. Loudcasters, Tom. Bunny Lebowski, #1 podcast for a reason. Quality work, gents.
Thank you. Nice.
Charles Mark Eaton. Journalism that would make Geraldo proud, but with more integrity. Love the episode, guys. Yeah, Fusion Tech.
All right. Yeah, thank you.
And then Frank Madonia jumps in and says, Fusion Tech.
They love that Fusion Tech.
Yeah. Give him some more love there. Our buddy Joe Decker in Fusion Tech. Sean DeHaan. Good on you guys being responsible and showing some integrity. A lot of podcasts could learn from that. Would be good if the people named would come on the show and give their side of things. Within the KISS world, this is a hot topic. People need to remember, though, outside of KISS tards, nobody will ever know or give a shit about any of this. Well said, Sean.
Well said, Sean.
Yeah, exactly. Brian Robinson, great episode. The soap opera around these releases just adds to the mystique. Graham Richley, crazy stuff. Roy is an acquired taste, but talks a lot of sense, too. The whole thing sounds like an in-joke between a bunch of KISS freaks. Well, that's how normal fans with life.
Nice.
I agree, because I have no idea.
Well
Sean
said.
DeHaan plastered us with 5 different fucking Harold Snapshot fucking photos. Those Canucks uniforms do look like fucking that Judas Priest fucking album. You know, the Canucks logo there?
Screaming for Vengeance?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But that logo with the fucking lines going.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. John Weidman, something about Roy's voice and the way he speaks makes it sound like everything he says is important. I couldn't stop listening, even though I really didn't know what or who he was talking about. But then I realized his voice sounded like the booger from the Mucinex commercials, and I was less captivated, but still enjoyed the episode.
I will say, I will give Roy credit. He has a way of speaking that it does make you, it captures your imagination. You want to hear what the hell he's saying.
Yeah, he has a bass behind his voice, and he has passion.
Yes.
You gotta love it.
Yep.
So, you know, whether you agree with him or not. And, you know, as we always tell him, we're going to push back on you. And he's fine with it. So God bless him.
Yep.
And then we'll get something like this. Justin Steele. Yeah, great that you get these kind of interviews. But this fucking guy is all over the place. And he's right. I know nothing, maybe less, after listening to his rambling super video collector dude bullshit.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Jeff Kinsley. Awesome interview, boys. Always good to hear from all the parties before creating a mental image of something closer to the truth. I still don't think it's Mr. A, but at least we know now Kurt Douche acquired his stuff. Keep up and always good work. Again,
thanks, Jeff.
Everyone's going to have their own opinions. You know, figure it out. Look, do your own research. You know, we had Roy on, and we could have other people on later to talk about this. It is what it is. Make your own opinion. We certainly aren't endorsing any opinion.
No.
Okay. Then, Tom, over to YouTube.
Oh, YouTube was on fire.
So,
blew away.
Yeah. So YouTube for us is just the audio. We don't put our handsome faces out there. We're not a YouTube channel. We don't do live stuff. We don't do a panel. We don't say we're the #1 Kiss YouTube channel. I don't know who that is, but we do say we're the #1 Kiss podcast, and we say it for a reason because it's true. So this blew up. When we do YouTube, we just put our audio up and we put an image of the logo, and we want people to listen. I do tell people, though, I edit out anything that might be copywritten or have an issue with that. So, like, I don't play songs on this when we do album review crew, things like that. So just so you know. So this episode, I think, has got the most we've ever had, although we did have one that had about a couple grand. This is 3,000 views, Tom.
Yeah.
In less than a week's time.
That's crazy
And
for our YouTube.
45 comments. Well, we're not going to do all of them, but let's get to some. Montreal Voots. Wow, guys. This show has not missed a beat since you've been back. We all have a COVID casada amongst our friends who we love to laugh with. Having the Ayatollah of rock and roller and his bandmates was a treat and hopefully gives them the exposure they deserve. Then there's the Sam Loomis episode. What the fuck? Imagine if a complete video of February 5th, 74 show in Edmonton surfaced. It's made available to whoever wins a King Kiss Tart of the Ring match, sponsored by Fusion Tech. Even if the participants included Hulk Hogan, Y2J, Kurt Gooch, Issa Tikkanen, Shane McMahon, Harold Snepps, Triple H, Michael Myers, Anthony Perkins, Joe Perry, Jay Miller,
oh Jesus
and
Christ.
Zdeno Chara, my money would be on Roy Damn to come out on top. Keep it up, guys. Tom, you are one strong man.
Oh, appreciate that. Thank you. But I'll tell you right now, it doesn't take a lot of strength to do a podcast with your best friend talking about Kiss. But I appreciate that. Thank you.
Now, tell me that any other day that's not, again, another fucking comment of the week.
Outstanding. The competition's getting stiff.
Yeah, unbelievable. But maybe we have to come up with Kiss Star of the week too, Tom, to make up for it. All right. Pete Starrell says, I love Shout It Out Loudcast now more than ever.
Oh, all right, Pete. Thanks.
Our buddy Nige Savage. I don't know, guys. For me, the jury's still out whether or not Roy Dam is full of shit. He talks a lot, but doesn't say much. Very rarely gets into specifics, and there are a few instances in this interview where he seemed to contradict himself. Listen to the interview. It's fascinating. You guys did a great job, as you always do. But yeah, I'm not sold. Maybe I'm just a cynical old fucker these days. And we get a lot of that, and we love it. And Marty did another one of his fucking awesome, outrageous stories. Take a look at it. It's on there. I want to bring people attention to it. But just too much feedback to get into everything and read this one there, Marty. So I'm going to skip through it, but take a look at Marty's message on YouTube, guys. Anthony Stratus, just wondering when Zeus and Lisa Sparks be hosting the pool party on my upcoming SIOL Kiss cruise.
Oh, it's coming soon. Don't worry.
All right. DVD Paranormal. He put something on here. I don't know. It's a long rant as well. I'm reading it. He might be the guy that Roy said, fuck you to at the end of the show, unannounced. I didn't know who the fuck he was talking about. So I don't know if DV Paranormal, that's you. But on here on YouTube, he fucking lists a bunch of shit complaining about Roy. And at one point, Roy, fuck you too, dude. Like that great line, it's Son of a Woman. And Peter, whatever. Fuck you too. Mr. Antonio 2005. Unsolved Mysteries host Robert Stack would be damn proud of this episode. Didn't somebody named Andy have his laptop stolen before the Greatest Band movie was set to appear? Either way, it was a fun few weeks while it lasted, seeing all the videos drop. Kellen Plays. Wow, what a great interview. Been listening on and off for about 6 months. That was amazing. Just insane. Oh, on another note, condolences, Tom. You are one strong dude.
Oh, thank you again with the strength. I appreciate that. But You're hearing the fun stuff here, my friend, but thank you.
Our buddy Tom Dust. Genius Sam Loomis. He's just building up a bust about the existence of the footage. Expect to find DVDs from the Loomis Vault for a sale from your friendly parking lot t-shirt vendors for the remainder of the End of the Road tour. Most definitely.
And another shout out, that's the great Tom Dust, the creator of our amazing intro music, the theme.
Tom is the best.
We love Tom. Yep.
Why not release it officially and split the royalties, you ask? Because fuck him. That's why.
Exactly.
He's the fucking best. It's all for you, Demon. Great interview. Very cool to look at this through the good and bad points and all the different angles of image rights. Super cool. Take care.
Thank you. All right.
Johnny Be Good. Roy Dam is freaking awesome. Great interview, guys. Laughing my fucking ass off. 3 sides of the idiots. He came up with that. I don't know. John Essex says the entire buckwheat has been shot. Can be found on the Saturday Night Live Best of Eddie Murphy DD from the early 2000s. Long live Sam Loomis. Yeah, John, God bless you. Thanks for chiming in. No fucking shit, John. We were saying we can't find it on YouTube.
Oh, be nice. He's just trying to help us.
That doesn't help me. Well, the library comes equipped with fire exits on the other end of the hall, Tom.
Hey, show Dick some respect.
I know shit. We know that, buddy. We're saying online, like where everything else gets ripped off and put online.
Is this the man who wrecked the buffet at the...
And that's what I got from YouTube, Tom. What do you got left, brother?
Let's fly through some emails here. Our buddy Mike H. Awesome show. Goes to show what a unique experience it is to be a fan of Kiss. What other band has this type of drama associated with it? Kiss is and always has been more than just a musical act. Absolutely, you are correct. Daniel LeBlanc. A cool takeaway from this episode, although not Kiss related, was learning that the name of Sam Loomis from Halloween was derived from a character in Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. And Zeus, While the City Sleeps is a great song. Jesus Christ. As always, great episode. Glad you guys are back up and running and looking forward to what you have for us next week.
If he says that's a great song, I'm curious to know. And who's that email by?
Daniel LeBlanc.
Daniel, you've written to us many times. You're a great listener, and we love you. Let me know if there's any Kiss song that is not a great song.
I'm
curious.
I like While the City Sleeps. I'm not going to say it's great. I'm not going to say it's great.
Fucking horrendous.
You love it.
But I'm just saying, I have a feeling he can't come up with a song that he doesn't like. If he doesn't,
he can. He can. Everybody can. He can do that.
Really?
Well, then, Daniel, you're up for the challenge next week. Tell us.
Let's hear it, Daniel.
Tell us. And then we got a great email from a friend of the show and previous guest, author James Campion. James has an incredible book called Shout It Out Loud, The Story of Kiss's Destroyer in the Making of an American Icon. The book is fantastic. Please listen to our previous episode where we had him on. We talked about that book in Kiss. And he sent us a great email saying, boys, the Roy Dam episode was excellent stuff. I have zero idea who any of these people are, although I may be friends with this Loomis character without knowing it. But that was entertaining stuff. I also thought you both handled the discussion well by keeping things on track, reining in some stuff, and maintaining distance when needed. A fine job. Now, coming from a journalist, an author, that's pretty awesome, James. So thank you.
Yeah, James has got his new book about the Beatles song, Let It Be. He's out there promoting it. You can pick it up on Amazon. He's got it's on there. You can go to our website and you can find the episode we did it with James. Look there. You can go to the link and go right to his stuff and pick that up. But that's a great honor, and James is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we got a comment here direct from our website, shoutitoutloudcast.com. And the comment comes from Derek Loomis. Glad you guys did this episode since other shows won't touch it. It's the most exciting and interesting thing in a Kiss fan's world in ages. Ooh. All right. Tony Smith. I figured out who Sam Loomis is. He's the dude who works at the amusement park. He has a small transmitter on his neck placed there by Abner Devereaux. He was preferred to find the videos and return with them. Since the videos have been taken down, the question is, will Sam Loomis ever surface again? Paul Stanley says, Sam's still in the park. Nice, Tony. Good connection there with Phantom of the Park. Love it. And that's what we got for emails. Let's finish up feedback with a big one, Zeus.
There were more comments, Tom, as well, because we eventually put up the comment that we said that both the people mentioned on the show had denied any involvement, or that they're Sam Loomis or involved with Sam Loomis in any way. And that got comments too. And that was another thread. And I don't want to get into that. But there is one comment that was posted on our Loudcasters page. And this goes to, and this was from Downey Morton. Any relation to Morton Downey Jr., Pablin Puke, whatever he used to call people? Remember that guy? He's in the great classic Revenge of the Nerds 3.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God. Oh, what is a nerd? We are.
We are.
Exactly. So, our buddies over at Three Sides of the Coin put up the Kiss Army picture, and they made a post on their page. While everyone at the kiddie table is yelling and screaming about long-lost cousin Sam, we are over here at the grown-ups table having fun doing our own thing as we keep getting bigger, blah, 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 blah. We have only 20,000 plays on YouTube, our new outlet, blah, blah, advertise. Great. And we're giving them some free advertise now because we don't care. We're not looking for competition. We're not scared of it either. So anyway, so they put that post. So Downey Morton puts that post on our Loudcasters page. And that set off a bunch of shit. And we wanted to comment about it. So here it is. And I'll read Downey Morton's post. To Tom and Zeus, I'm a fairly new listener, about 3 to 4 months, and absolutely love this podcast. I normally try and post funny and snarky things, but what I'm about to say comes from the heart. Last week's episode regarding Sam Loomis was this show throwing down the gauntlet and letting everyone else in the Kiss podcast world know that you both are the reigning champs.
Wow.
I'm not sure if what Roy Dam said was true, but sure as hell sounds reasonable and plausible to me. Naming these two other people known in the fan circles was a complete bombshell to those in the know. The supposed #1 Kiss podcast surely have taken notice, and as you can see, are definitely threatened by what you have brought and continue to bring to the table. Podcast Rock City gave you a big shout out. Of course you would, with Joe Sonny Pooney and his 36,000 burner accounts and COVID Casada at the helm. I expect some recognition from Kiss FAQ this coming week, and will be interested if Kiss My Wax comments. I am proud to be part of this community and support the show. Regards, Keith, a.k.a. Downey Morton. And for that, you, Keith, a.k.a. Downey Morton, our comment of the week.
Good answer. Good answer. I like the way you think. I'm going to be watching you.
We don't have a comment of the year yet. Maybe that'll be a finalist for our year in review. But that's amazing, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate that very, very much.
Yeah, what I take from that is, yeah, everybody takes these things a little bit differently. I'm not hearing them say they're the #1 Kiss podcast. It might be the #1 Kiss show if they want to encompass their YouTube stuff, because that's the numbers. We don't really push YouTube much because it's, again, just our audio. Mm-hmm. We are a Kiss podcast, okay? And I will tell you straight up, once again, you guys reaffirmed it. We are the #1 Kiss podcast. There's a chart that everybody uses and everybody can see. Okay. Not only we're the #1 Kiss podcast right now, but they're not even close. So I'm sorry I'm saying something that a lot of people may not like or don't agree with, but they're not. And you know why? Once again, we tell you, is because you guys get it. We can talk about Kiss and laugh about all the stupid shit they do, but still love the band. It doesn't make you any less of a Kiss fan. It doesn't make you like them any less. But we can have a place where we can have fun about Kiss. We can laugh about them. We can love them. And it doesn't make a difference. You don't lose your Kiss credentials because you like Ace and Peter or you like Paul and Gene only. We have room for everybody here. And, some podcasts get it, some don't. And, the post that they put up doesn't hurt our feelings. They may say the same thing about us. Everybody mentions everybody once in a while. It's how you do it.
You want me to psychoanalyze people again, like I did during Paul Stanley?
Go ahead, Tom. Psychoanalyze like you broke down Paul and made him into a puddle of tears when you broke down him. Go ahead.
Yeah, that post just is a simple indication of the threat that they feel. That's it.
We drive the conversation times, Tom.
That's it. And that's okay. That doesn't make anything. I'm just saying that's that's it. That's all we're going to say.
If PRC had Gene Simmons on, Gene Simmons said that I spoke to Peter and I offered him $1 million to come on, and Peter said no. That's breaking news. Guess what?
And we would talk about that, and
we would commend them, and we would say something. We wouldn't fucking put up passive aggressive fucking posts and say, well, we're the number one Kiss podcast. You know what? We'd say fucking kudos to them for pulling that off. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I learned something, and so posts like this, I get it. We're the same way. Sometimes we like the drama more than the fucking music or anything. There is a lot of drama about this whole Sam Loomis stuff, but there's also a little bit of that Kiss podcast little drama that we like. We're not fucking fighting with people. We're not looking to fight with people.
No,
we're not doing it. But there's a little bit of upmanship and a little bit of a shouldering and trying to let people know. It's a little curious that this shit comes out, especially when last time we did something with Roy, all of a sudden the real story about Kiss Vision comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Now we do this. Now we get, we just did this many listens. All right. Go put up your podcast numbers and we'll put up ours. Okay. And I don't give a fuck about numbers. I'll put up our fucking listeners.
Absolutely.
You ain't getting Dude, by the way, Tom, do you know our listeners are now celebrities?
I did notice that. They're appearing on other shows.
They're appearing on other shows because they become famous on being listeners of ours.
You know what that means? We're now going to have to start having contractual obligations with Shout It Out Loudcast.
Do you remember when Tonight Show got into that war because they had that fucking lady that was like, you come on the Tonight Show, you better not go on Letterman.
Yep.
That's what we're going to do for all our fucking
That's
listeners.
it.
Obviously joking. We love it that you guys are part of the fun. And that's where else are you going to get that?
Yeah.
Some fucking guy that comes and comments on our shit gets asked to go on podcast to talk
That's
about
awesome.
it.
That's awesome.
Right?
It's awesome.
All of that comes back to we have had an incredible run with this stuff. It's increased our stuff. But since we've been back, and even, before that, we've been building up. But since we've been back and now with this, it's fucking incredible the amount of feedback. And I don't know. I mean, bluntly saying, we're the number one Kiss podcast. And we ain't ashamed to say it. And we're not hiding it. But it's the fucking truth.
And with that being said, we'll remain sitting at the kids' table.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Add that part to it. I would 100,000 times prefer to be at the kids' table. And that's just me. You're not wrong for being with the grown-ups, breaking down the brilliance of fucking Lonely is the Hunter. Go ahead. It's not a problem. But I would rather be at Creatures Fest talking about blowing liquid ass into an elevator and fucking laughing our ass off about it.
Dude, kids' table is where you get Peter North cameos, okay?
And fucking Lisa Bag of Sand Tits. By the way, while I was in Virginia Beach, my cousin taught me something. There was this fucking Duck Donuts place in Virginia Beach. It's like unbelievable donuts. Fuck, the ones that always give you those gourmet maple and bacon on top of it. Like, fucking went there. And we were laughing going back. I'm like, this place is great. And he's like, yeah, Krispy Kreme used to be that. He goes, oh, yeah. You should check out, you know about the Krispy Kreme calendar, right? Like, what?
Oh, no.
There is a Krispy Kreme calendar.
Is it fat chicks eating donuts?
Tom, Google it as we speak so people can hear your reaction when you look at 2021 or 22 Krispy Kreme calendar. And I want everybody else to do that at home. I had no idea this existed.
Oh, no. Oh, dude.
Look at the 2003 one. Have you seen that? The 2000.
I'm sorry. Come on. Oh,
April alone. It is really,
man.
Dude, it is really Krispy Kreme. It's
How did you wait
satire.
until an hour into this episode to bring this up?
I told my cousin I would put it on this show. I thought he was joking. Fucking the month of April of 2003. What?
Oh, you realize what's going to happen now?
Oh no!
This is going to be all over our social media now. Oh,
Krispy Kreme donuts.
I was joking when I'm like, "Oh, fat chicks eating donuts." Oh,
2003. It comes up on the image search.
oh.
So I don't know if they discontinued or something, but I thought he was joking. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
It's not. They're not joking. Oh,
Look at April.
she was looking good.
She's looking like a podcaster.
All right.
Tom, 1 hour into this episode, let's give a shout out to Patreon members. Oh, Patreon members, as you can tell, are the best. We got guys like Jim Riley sending us Peter North cameos. We have crazy people, Joe Decker.
Yeah, Fusion Tech.
People like that. Unbelievable group of people that support the show. And if you want to support the show, please take a look at Patreon. Go online, look at the app, look at the website, or go to our website. Right in the front, when you go to our website, you'll see Patreon. Click on that. See if any of those categories or tiers, there's 4 of them, interest you. And we do things along with our Patreon members a lot. The Patreon pick for Album Review Crew is coming up. We got another couple surprises coming up for our Patreon members, and it supports the show. If you like the show and you always say, hey, how can I help? Or go to Patreon, support the show. It's a great benefit to us, and we hope that you guys get a lot out of it. And the way that we have such a loyal group there, I think they do. And I think you will probably want to be in part of it as well. So Patreon subscribers, thank you as well. We always appreciate you.
Yep, Patreon, you guys are the best. Thank you so much. As we say every week, there's 4 different tiers. Each tier offers something special, something different, something unique to make you part of the show, interaction with polls, being involved in Flashback Fridays, being involved with ARC picks. So we thank you guys. Please check us out, patreon.com, and Patreon, search for us in the app if you have the app on your phone. But for everybody out there that's been a active and ongoing Patreon member, thank you.
What we do next is we hop on over to Kiss World.
Yeah, I was telling you before we started recording, we should start to create a new segment, and we should do Kiss World, where we talk about like news of the band. And then we should have another segment called What Stupid Shit Are the Band Members Posting on Twitter This Week? Because band-wise, there's really nothing going on other than like the tour. The tour is rolling. There's been really no new material, no new merch or vinyl or anything coming out like that. The one piece of quote unquote news, Eric Singer has been nominated in the latest Modern Drummer Readers Poll in the rock category. Apparently, doing your laundry qualifies you to be a nominee for Best Rock Drummer. I don't know. He's in there with a couple other guys. He's in there with the guy from Styx, guy from Green Day, Red Hot Chili Peppers. So who knows? Good for him, I guess. But other than that, it's pretty quiet in the news front. There's really not a lot of activity going on.
Well, you got Peter being in a picture with Death. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant Joe Perry.
Oh, dude. Oh, my goodness. That looked like the Crypt Keeper Part 2.
Joe Perry is usually fucking jacked and he's got abs and he looks good. What the fuck happened to him? He looks like death.
Yeah, that was rough, dude. That was rough. I mean, Peter's old, but at least he had a smile. You know, it had like his
And he
thumbs up
looks
or whatever.
better. He got rid of the Dracula Black, as Courtney Cronin Dole Spencer Kulick says, and he's got a little grayish in there. I thought
he's
it looks really good.
Going natural. Yep.
Yeah, and he was also seen on Monday Night Raw, WWE's Monday Night Raw. One of the hot little redhead Becky Lynch goes against the wall. You see a nice good clip.
Love her.
Of Peter and Gigi right in the front row.
Nice.
They were in Madison Square Garden. God bless. Peter's still going to Madison Square Garden to see events. How fucking awesome is that? Front row. Everyone's like, Peter Chris. Yeah. So God bless you, Peter. We love it. And I'm glad you and Gigi got a night out. And that's about it, Tom. That's all I got.
Yeah. Not a lot going on in Kiss World. Pretty quiet. So.
Well, Tom, before we move on, I'm going to grab my little tricycle and go to my birthday party for the little kiddies with a clown and see if I can have some fun.
Yeah, we're back. We just got back from checking in with the adults, and we're back at the kids' table. So let's keep the show rolling.
I was going to say a kiddie party for you, but where's my red balloon? Tonight we're all patriots.
Yeah, and before anybody gets all worked up in a fucking lather, that's Robert Kraft from the Patriots.
Dude, I'm not explaining jokes anymore.
Oh, no.
You know why I'm doing this? Jokes.
You know why I'm doing this? Because I can't believe you did that. That's why I'm explaining it.
That's how Robert Kraft talks.
That's how I talk too, but you don't fucking explain that.
The problem is I can't remember the things I did when I was loaded.
Well, Tom, another new episode popped up on Reelz, and you know what? We didn't comment on this shit. I know you had some strong feelings about this. It's a 1 hour episode. It's called Kiss, Story of Their Songs on Reelz channel. There've been a couple already on the Reelz channel about Kiss and other bands, and we've talked about these things. This is an ongoing series that they have. They did, I think, Frontman too. They have series like that, Breaking of the Band, stuff like that. It's usually the same players in their interviews, and they have stock footage and stuff. Once in a while, they'll put interview up of the band talking. But it's a story of their songs. It's done by Reelz. It debuted Sunday night. I taped it. I watched it before this week's episode. I watched it right before we started to record. And, I usually write my little notes and give a breakdown of how the episode goes. Do you want to say anything before we start?
Yeah. So Reelz, it's a weird network. So I don't have cable. I have Sling TV. So Reelz is one of the optional channels on there. For people like us that are like music geeks, Kiss tards, Reelz has tons of these documentary type series. Like Zeus said, Story of the Songs is a newer one, Breaking the Band, Frontmen. And in this particular series, Story of Their Songs, they pick, I think each episode's 3 songs per artist that the story kind of revolves around.
Signature songs or impactful songs.
Yeah, we'll get into it. I felt like it was a little bit of a bait and switch for me as a fan, because I legitimately thought it was going to be the story of these songs, and we'll get into what it actually is. But that being said, check out Reelz. It's Reelz. It's hard to find. It's not everywhere. Were you just going to say Rizzo? I knew it. See, I knew it. I can tell you when you started smiling. I knew it.
Rizzo. Rizzo.
But yeah, check it out. We'll break it down. We'll tell you what's going on with this one. We know somebody shared it in our Loudcasters page over the weekend before it aired, which is cool. People knew it was coming. So again, anything Kiss we consume,
especially if it's new. If it's new, we want to get on it first.
Exactly.
So, I find these things. Let me just say this one thing. I find these things fascinating because they're easily disposable. Just like, remember when VH1 used to put this shit on and it was about the music that we like? When Reelz does this is about the music we like. This isn't a Grateful Dead retrospective. This is not Joni Mitchell. So this is the bands that we like. Can you believe they're doing one on Whitesnake, on Judas Priest,
Metallica?
Metallica. So I find this shit fascinating.
Yep.
These are the things they're talking about. And we have a channel that's talking about bands we actually like and showing respect to our listeners, our audience, our peers. This is what we discuss. So I like that. So even if it's not that good, I enjoy that shit's out there.
Yep.
It's kind of like sports radio, 98.5 in Boston.
Oh, geez.
I hate the fact that they don't know what they're talking about when they talk about hockey on Felger and Maz. But I like the fact that at least they're talking about it.
Exactly.
Giving some love.
Yep.
So
Yep.
It's the same thing here.
Yep.
It's not as exactly what we want, but we're glad that they're talking about these bands.
That's right. Yep.
So Tom and I came up with this thing and we called it Kiss Bingo. What's going to be on here? Let me guess. I think you said right off the bat, Gene was born where?
In Israel. Bill Coyne used his American Express card to finance the band. Like
drugs and alcohol for Peter and Ace.
Oh my God. It's incredible.
Finding their identity in the 80s.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Triumph return of the band. Insert stupid Gene comment. The big boys how to do it.
Kiss used to be innovators. Now they were followers. That's always a favorite one-liner.
Oh yeah. So Kiss Bingo. They start off the show. There's a lot of flashing, imagery of the band. 75 million sold. Only 75. I've seen over 100 many times mentioned.
Yeah.
And then I see there's our buddy Martin Popoff.
That's right. That was a nice surprise.
From Pantheon Podcast Network and a guest on this show. Kiss live footage of them playing Modern Day Delilah. That must have been the cheaper version they can buy. You can buy them doing Love Gun. Fuck it. Get Modern Day Delilah for 50 cents.
Get Sam Loomis.
Yeah, exactly. And then, they talk about what's going to be coming up. Rock and Roll All Night, their breakthrough. I Was Made for Loving You, the dramatic change in direction, and Lick It Up, the radical reinvention, removing makeup for Lick It Up. So those are the three songs they picked.
Right.
And that is something that I think would make a great poll. Are those the three songs you would say are the most, impactful or defining? You're not going to say best, but I don't know. Those are the three songs they selected. Let's talk about that for a second. What would you have picked?
Yeah, well, first off the bat, I was surprised that right away they tell you that those are the three songs rather than kind of as the show goes and be like, oh, Rock and Roll All Night. And then it was I Was Made for Love You. I'll be honest with you, a lot of this stuff, whether it's Reelz or whatever, I'm like, oh, that's friggin' stupid. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm kind of on board with these three songs. I'm kind of on board with these three songs in terms of turning point, in terms of impact, in terms of massive career milestones. I'm on board with these three songs.
Rock and Roll All Night's a given.
Yep.
But is that a positive thing? I Was Made for Loving You became a hit?
No. It doesn't have to be positive. I think the way I interpreted it, the way I interpreted this was three songs that marked massive moments in their career, whether good or bad. I mean, I Was Made for Loving You was a career turner. It wasn't like you can't have, Rock and Roll All Night in Detroit Rock City or what.
Yeah, no.
They're not going to do that.
That's building on the momentum you've already built.
Exactly. I Was Made for Loving You was a massive hit.
And changed everything.
It changed the demographic of who listened. It alienated fans, which we'll get into that. But so that's why I think it was huge. And Lick It Up, take the makeup off,
And what are you coming out with?
Right. So I don't have if you're going to pick three songs like that, I don't really have a problem with that off the top.
Yeah. And let's be honest. And we'll get to this when we get to Lick It Up. If they took the makeup off and said, premiering now, Kiss Without Makeup, here is Give Me More.
Yeah. We haven't reviewed that album yet, but I can't wait to tell you what I think of that song.
But I'm just saying, would they have made it through that? They needed to come out with something strong.
That's right.
All right. So then the next person I see is Eddie. There he is.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have comments when they get to Ace Frehley.
Oh, somebody actually made a joke when they posted it on Loudcast. Somebody said, drink every time Eddie Trunk says something stupid about the band or something like that. I mean, we love Eddie, but, it was just funny.
All right. So the story of the Kiss and the three songs that helped make it the hottest band in the world. Fucking Land. I fucking hate that they changed it from Land to World.
Oh, Land, for some reason, Land sounds better. I don't know why.
Because it's the original, and that's how it was.
Yeah.
Until they said, you know what? It'd be better if we said world. That's more dominance, bigger. Like, just fucking do the natural one that you had.
Yeah.
Anyways, then they do stock footage of Nixon in the 70s and The Godfather premieres on Broadway. Here we go. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, who's that guy? I thought it was fucking, what's his name there? I thought it was our old buddy West Beach that was there, but it was Ken Sharp talking about Paul and Gene's beginning. Guess where Gene was born, Tom?
I'm going to guess Israel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then Martin Popoff talks about Gene as well as being a good kid, no drugs and all that stuff. And then Ken talks about them recruiting Peter. And then all of a sudden I'm like, who's this guy? Marty Friedman?
That I was shocked. I'm like, wait, Marty Friedman from Megadeth on here. I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. That's when I started getting a little excited. It wasn't the same faces from the other Reelz documentaries.
So I think when we talked to Eddie Trunk, he mentioned this, like he does these things for like a bunch of stuff and then they edit different portions.
Correct.
And then they cookie cutter certain stuff. So a lot of these Kiss documentaries I have in the same on Reelz have the same footage, the same people talking, and then they just edit out certain parts. Oh, let's just save this one. We can put this part on the frontman version. Oh, we can put this one on the Breaking the Band. I think that's what they end up doing.
Yep.
So, but Marty Friedman, I don't remember him in anything before.
No.
And they talk about Alice Cooper. And all of a sudden, Dennis Woloch comes on, the Kiss art director, and they talk too. So I'm all right. Immediately, Tom, I'm actually at this point like, wow, I'm going to hear different people I find interesting talking about Kiss, not the same talking heads, which is why I will say I was optimistic about this.
Me too. I'm with you.
Then I really got optimistic because out pops Stevie Vai.
Exactly. And all these faces kept coming out. I was like, okay, this is cool. I was waiting for Dr. Judy Ho. I don't think we didn't see her. But
Jim Duggan.
Yeah, but I was on board. Like, I'm like, okay, Stevie Vai, Marty Friedman. This is kind of cool here.
Yeah, and him and Eddie are talking about the characters, of course. And then, of course, they got to add the typical Gene quote. We were four bums off the street. We wanted to be the biggest band in the world. Yeah. And they use some audio of him and some video of him and Paul and some of the interviews. And Dennis Woloch talks about the early shows being scary and the originality of it all. And talks about Bill Aucoin's deal with them. Nothing that we haven't heard before. But I like hearing Ken Sharp talk because obviously we know he's a big Kiss historian. But, some of the stuff is build up generic stuff for the bubblegum episodes for people to digest, not getting into too much details. Ken talks about about Bill's influence in the band. And then all of a sudden, can't miss a camera, Dee Snider pops up.
Oh, dude. Oh God, I got lots to say about him, but I'll save it for a little bit later in the show. But go ahead.
And him and Martin talk about the Kiss shows. And then Kiss has no money, and what can they do? So then the dialogue obviously goes to Kiss Alive, and Eddie and Ken both talk about that, and they break for the first commercial, and then they get into by the mid '70s because of their live shows, they got a cult following. The Paul clip, and typical Paul fucking. People are hungry to see the show, and we're here to feed the masses.
Oh, God almighty.
He writes these things down.
And he's like, oh, this is great. It's great material.
Well, you are what you eat. I'm hungry.
Oh, Jesus. Stop.
I don't know, I'll be eating around Lisa Sparks.
Better watch out for that Krispy Kreme calendar.
Anyway, 70s stock footage, Ken Sharp, Bill Aucoin Amex, bingo.
There it is. Yep.
Marty Friedman talks about them needing an anthem. Paul comes up with the chorus, Gene's Gut, Drive Me Wild, and the two combined to create the song we all know and love, Rock and Roll All Night, which was the lead single off Dress to Kill and only went to number 68. I was like, fuck, I don't remember it went that high.
That's pretty good.
Exactly. What do you expect?
Right.
Yeah, this isn't ZO2. I mean, it's Kiss.
Be nice to poor Joey.
Oh, Joey. And then Eddie Trunk talks about them, not catching on, and how Alive basically changed everything. The narrator says Gene's blistering vocals on the song we're talking about. And Martin Popoff jumps in with says his growly low voice sounds amazing. And then that guy, I think he was in the last video we watched, Matt Nathanson.
Yeah.
Wasn't he the idiot from the last time we watched it?
He certainly was.
Wasn't he a radio personality before? And
I
now
think
he's
so.
called a singer-songwriter as his credits?
Yeah, I don't know who he is. Put it
But that's
way.
what they said, right?
Yeah.
All right. The narrator says then Paul's anthemic chorus sung by the whole group in arena. And Lana Dawes, I don't know who she is.
She's the textbook like music journalist, the music academic who knows nothing about the band and is reading cookie cutter Kiss 101 entry level shit to us, which she was annoying me.
She says though that Paul, who was masculine, he was fearless, and he had a hairy chest, and he was sexy.
Yeah, right off the bat, I'm like, the first word you use to describe him is masculine. You are not a Kiss fan, okay?
And may their first frontman be a masculine frontman.
Yeah, she's like, oh, he was masculine. I'm like, wait, are you talking about Paul Stanley right now? I mean, we love Paul Stanley,
It's
but
probably the chest hair, Tom.
yeah,
That 70s chest hair, Burt Reynolds shit look.
Jesus,
Gorilla chest.
Let's make love, you silly, hairy little man.
It's masculine.
And their first child be a masculine child.
God, poor Paul.
Thank you, Luca, my most valued friend. Don Corleone, I'm going to leave you now because I know you are a busy man. This is what I like. So these little nuggets you don't find really anywhere. So I don't know what Steve Vai is going to talk about Ace's solo on Rock and Roll All Night.
Agreed. Yes.
These are the things that make it worth it.
Yep.
Again, the episode's only a fucking hour, so how can you go wrong?
Yep.
The narrator talks about how Ace added the solo onto the live track. And then Steve Vai says it was just perfect. And Joe Bonamassa jumps in. He says it was on an edge and gives it swagger. And it's not too precise, like meaning it was ballsy in that sloppy, awesome playing. Now you got Joe Bonamassa talking.
So
You added him.
Yeah, right off the bat, you got like two fucking legends talking about commenting on Ace's solos.
Yeah. These are like great guitar players. This isn't what CeCe DeVille thinks of fucking. Anyway, and then Dennis Woloch talked about how he designed the album of Alive and talked about the pictures on the front, coming up with the ideas of the letters and suggesting calling the album Alive, not Live.
Which was awesome.
Which is another little nugget that I like hearing him say that you don't really hear that.
Nope.
Rock and Roll Night went up to number 12, if you guys remember that from Alive. Marty Friedman talks about the fact that Rock and Roll Night, the jocks started liking Kiss, not just the freaks. Now, they're going to start hinting at what's coming. And they talk about 1977. By them, they're the most popular band in the world. Joe Bonamassa. And there's some talks about merch, and somebody named Michael Christopher, some mystical music historian. They also talk about merch, and obviously Kiss on Top of the World. Commercial.
Yep.
Back in 78, Kiss on Top of the World. Eddie and Dee talking about the makeup and who they were. And then Jay Messina, a Kiss recording engineer, says,
that's right.
Pics were taken, but bodyguards would grab the camera and take the film out. We've always heard those stories.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But I like the fact, again, it's a new voice that I'm
That's
hearing
right. Yep.
talking about Kiss.
Yep.
Jay Martin talk about Peter and Ace antics. And the narrator says that Paul wanted Kiss to take a new direction. And then they mention, obviously the Stones and
Oh, yeah.
And Rod Stewart.
Rod Stewart.
Who was the co-writer on that song? None other than Shout It Out Loudcast guest and Pantheon podcast member Carmine Appice. And he did, Rod Stewart did Do You Think I'm Sexy?
That's right. Yep.
Terrible song. Oh. Anyways, and that Paul wanted to embrace this. Eddie says Paul started going to Studio 54 and they talk about it. So as Ken, Eddie says Paul would see Desmond Child in Rouge and began a friendship, and that they wrote I Was Made for Loving You. So now they're talking about song number 2. Desmond Child was still in Greece, getting some award from the president of Greece.
I saw that. That's right.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't think he's Greek, but he's over there doing something about his songs and stuff. So anyways, future guest.
Oh, yes.
And then the narrator talks about how Peter and Ace are against this, and it appears that the band was selling out. And Eddie says it was a complete 180 from what Kiss was built on. And then the narrative says that I Was Made for Loving You, the first ever Kiss song that Peter Criss didn't play the drums. Really? That's the first song. So, I don't know, Alive 2? He played on all that?
Well, yeah, I that's inside Kiss Tard stuff. I think it's just referring to like studio albums.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, that's not the first song out that Kiss Peter didn't play on.
It's never been proven or documented that Peter did not play on those Live 2 tracks.
Yeah. Anyways, and then Jay Messina also states Peter wasn't there. And then who do they bring on?
Anton Fig. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool right there.
I haven't heard him in like these videos and stuff. So that now I'm like, oh shit, Anton Fig is going to talk. So he just goes on and says, I was in the right place, the right time. Says he didn't like it because he says he can really mess with the dynamic of a band. I'm like, yeah, it certainly did. And that all started by Ezrin with that shit. And I'm playing fucking cards.
I appreciated that comment from Anton Fig, though, talking like acknowledging that, like, you know, they're going to pay me, I'll do it, but this is, you know, this could cause a problem.
Yeah, but that he wasn't going to turn down the work.
Yep.
And management paid him extra not to talk about it. And he said it was like a gentleman's agreement. You're not supposed to do that.
That's
and
right.
That's because he's a professional, you know. And then the narrator talks about Paul experimenting with falsetto.
Oh my God, yeah.
I'm trying to think. Oh, so immediately I think falsetto, Paul. Oh, that's fucking the Elder. I'm like, oh, but that's before that. That's after this. I'm thinking, was there any falsetto that Paul did prior to this?
Prior to I Was Made for Loving You?
I'm thinking, isn't there some falsetto on his solo album?
Not like this.
Hold Me? Touch Me?
Even if there was, I don't think they're going to reference that because that's not.
I mean, I think that's falsetto there, but you know, you're right. But anyways, the narrator said Paul experimented. Dennis Woloch said that, boy, that's not Kiss at all. And Ken says it shows his incredible vocal ability. And then they do the close up of the video of Paul performing. And you're right when he does Get Heaven Down.
Yeah,
like
which
all
you did.
that
I mean, yeah. Is that a positive thing?
Perfectly said.
Yeah.
The narrator says Paul chose the chorus inspired by the four tops standing in the shadows of love. And then that singer-songwriter, DJ, I don't know who the fuck he is, Matt Nathan says the chorus is magical. Steve Vai says it's delivered in a way that can only be done by a person who has passion to do it.
That statement I thought was awesome because after he says that, it goes to the video and Steve Vai nails it because Paul Stanley is not pretending to love singing that song. He loves singing that song, whether or not he wrote it because he was trying to follow the disco trend. But with him singing that song, he was into it. Like he believed it. And I thought that was a really cool comment by Stevie Vai.
Absolutely. So this is why immediately my head went like, wow, look at the video. Look at the confidence he has singing it, grabbing the microphone, looking right at it and being like, I think Paul in his head goes, there's no fucking way this ain't going to be a hit.
Mm-hmm.
And he had the balls to say it and sing it in a way he's like, fuck you. I can hang with anybody and make top 10, top 15 20 hits, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. I agree. Yep.
And even Anton jumps on that and says the vocal range was outstanding. Anton says, and he talks about, again, shit that, you know, you don't hear people talk about much.
Something new.
Anton says what made that sound, you know, the song in the breakdown in the middle.
The whip.
Yeah, that shit. That that he had a bunch of sticks in each hand, banged them together, and then they ran them through a harmonizer, made it sound like a whip.
Yeah. See, that's cool. That's what I wanted this entire documentary to be about, to get into the weeds and the minutia of all these songs rather than just a quick quip, a quick little comment or quip here and there. I wanted the whole thing to be like that, but I'll take what I can get.
And then I didn't really think about it, but it is accurate. The narrator goes in that Ace pulled out all the stops with his guitar solo. It is a great solo.
It's a quick solo, but it's pretty awesome.
And Marty Friedman talks about, and these are the things I love, a guitar player talking about Kiss music. Says he made the solos that fit each song. His solos weren't interchangeable. It gave each song his identity, meaning, like, I'm not just going to do a noodle thing. You can throw that in, which you get on a lot of fucking metal shit in the 80s, 90s, and shit that I hear today. I don't hear any passionate solos that go with the song. So the stuff that I, knock on wood, a lot of this metalcore and the newer stuff that I listen to, I don't feel that it's melodic and touching in the middle of the song. I just think it's incredible guitar playing. But if you put that in any of the songs on the album, I wouldn't know that you changed them.
No, that's why Ace is fucking awesome. I mean, we make fun of the Ace cult, but I'm part of it because you're right. He takes this disco song and throws in like a quick solo, but it can't be interchanged anywhere else. It's the solo that I Was Made for Loving You.
Perfectly said. And that's why all my favorite guitar players that I enjoy, the same can be said of them.
Yeah.
Whether it's, George Lynch, Jimmy Page, I don't know, fucking Warren DeMartini from Rat, their solos, and Randy, of course, Randy Rhoads.
Yep.
All of them. Like it fits the song and know it. So, and that's great to hear it from a guy like Marty Friedman, who's a big guitar god to a lot of people. Then they talk about hiding the fact that Peter didn't play. The song went up to number 11. And then big tough guy, Dee Snider has to chime in. That's when they lost me. Kiss sold out. You're dead to me. I'm sorry, asshole. Didn't you do a song called Leader of the Pack?
Dude, let me just say this right now. Dee Snider did this interview with an Affliction t-shirt on. Now, if you people out there don't know what an Affliction t-shirt is, it is pretty much the uniform of being a complete and total douchebag. Okay. The people that wear Affliction t-shirts are the people that hang those little ball bags off the back of their trailer hitch on the back of their F-150. Those are the guys that wear Affliction t-shirts. And if you're listening to this right now and you're wearing an Affliction t-shirt and you didn't know that you were a douchebag, I just told you that you are. So Dee Snider is fucking horrible. And fucking her. Like you said,
it's not metal enough for me. Okay, Dee Snider.
Okay, yeah. Like you said, didn't he also do like Be Cruel to Your School or something like that? Like another cover song?
What, the Beach Boys? Be true to your school.
Or something. Yeah, the Leader of the Pack. Like, what are you talking about? This guy's awful. He's like, his mouth is as big as Sebastian Bach and like just as annoying. Just a big friggin' yapper. Ugh.
Next week on Shout Out Loud, Dee Snider. Mark my words, he'll be on our show someday, and we'll hope that he doesn't listen to this.
And I'll sit there and be like, Dee, oh, you're so great. Where can I get that Affliction t-shirt?
Is your nose always that handsome, or is it new? Or are you part of the Ace Frehley nose growth fucking formula that you're using?
Oh.
At all. Marty Friedman says he felt betrayed and felt stabbed in the back. Eddie talks about that they lost hardcore fans, but he's right. They were replaced with pop and disco fans.
That's right.
They grew to a bigger audience.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, and they became younger. 80s, Peter replaced Eric. Peter, 1980, Eric's replaced with 1980, Peter's replaced with Eric. They skip Unmasked and they go to the video World Without Heroes.
Yeah, I thought I like fell asleep for a minute. I'm like, wait, they just totally glossed over Unmasked.
But if you think about it,
which makes sense, I guess. If you're doing a quick 1 hour documentary, you're not going to bring up Unmasked.
I mean, we could have a whole fucking argument about this stuff. Is 79 is I Was Made for Loving You? It was still number 11. They could have built on it, but they had a fucking shitty tour. They're fighting. They're not promoting it. They could have just expanded to a bigger audience.
That's right.
But was it Disco, I Was Made for Loving, that killed them? Or was it all the other shit and Unmasked and everything else that came down the pipe?
Yeah.
Anyway, narrator talks about Ace quitting. Then, of course, I'm like, Ace is about to quit. Where is he? Where is he? There he is.
Yep.
Cuts to Eddie, of course. Ace was an enormously popular member of Kiss. Thanks.
Good one.
The band was in free fall. Talk about replacing Ace. Commercial. They talk about then come back and say anthemic rock and roll all night to the disco inspired I Was Made for Loving You. By 82, Kiss Empire seemed to crumble. Eddie talks about the interest in Kiss dropping. In the 70s, they were innovators. By the 80s, they were followers.
Bingo, winner.
We got a couple already.
Yep.
The narrator talks about contractual complications that Ace had on Creatures of the Night, despite not playing on the band. He's part of it. And then Eddie says they had him do the media tour for it, even though he was never planning on being part of the tour. That is an Ace perspective that he's talking about.
Yeah. And one thing I did like that I don't remember ever seeing, that picture backstage of Eric Carr and Ace, like looking at the Creatures of the Night album cover with Ace on it. I'm like, I don't remember ever seeing that clip before. I thought that was kind of neat. Something that I don't recall seeing. And I was like, okay, that's kind of neat.
Who the fuck is this guy?
What Fox? What the fuck is going on here? I didn't play on this piece of shit album.
Who put the makeup on Peter wrong?
What happened to the fucking kitty cat?
Yeah. You thought I was fucked up. Look at the fucking Peter's makeup this time.
Oh, you're a different guy? Okay.
Just like we said at Creatures Fest, after he hugs Peter and Gigi. All right. See you later, Eric. Say hello to Rachel for me.
All right, brother.
I'll see you, Eric.
Oh,
say hello to Shannon for me. Dude, that's Peter and his wife is Gigi. Oh, fuck it.
I remember that guy. Oh.
Anyways, and then Ken Sharp, and we've heard this before, talks about how Creatures of the Night was an audition for Kiss guitarists. And they mentioned Richie Sambora. And then Marty, this is another good part. Then they say Marty Friedman was one of that audition too.
Oh,
and they were asking him,
this was great.
Is your hair dark? Yes. Are you 6 feet tall?
No.
And then they show a picture of him in Megadeth, and they show the band, and they show how much shorter he is than everyone. I'll be honest, I had no idea that he wasn't tall. I had no idea, so I didn't know. I thought he was going to say, yeah. And I guess he's 5'7".
Dude, Marty Friedman in Kiss, that would have been an interesting turn right there.
Yeah. Clips of I Love Loud video. Then Eddie says Vinny was a talented guy. Vinny brought something as a songwriter that was really working well for Kiss. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Can't say that. So as much as great as everybody else is, I'm like, that combination is fucking fantastic. Then Vinny co-wrote 8 songs on the next album, which of course was Lick It Up. Linnea Dawes, again, they had to fit and change to survive. Then who pops out? God bless him, may he rest in peace. Michael James Jackson.
Yeah, that was cool to see him. Yep.
And, talking about taking off the makeup, it was a powerful card to play. But truth is, it was the last card they could play.
That's right.
That was a great statement.
That's right.
Eddie was saying that it was necessary and a smart move at the time. And I'm like, yeah. It reminds me of the fucking Undertaker. The Undertaker came out as a character. I know you love wrestling talk. And then he became the Underbiker. There was a Harley guy coming out to American Badass. And that awful song by Limp Bizkit, Keep Rolling, whatever that fucking
that's
song
the name.
is.
That's the song.
Yeah, he came out to that, and they were like the Underbiker. And then eventually he put the fucking costume back on, like Kiss.
Yep.
And people
realized.
Like, thank God. All right, enough of the Underbiker.
Yep.
But anyways, they go back to the MTV stuff. And Michael James Jackson, of course, says they were nervous, but what happens if we take the makeup off and no one cares? Eddie talks about how big it was, and Stevie Vai, of course, says, of course it was a surprise because they were so good. And they're showing clips of, the Lick It Up video. And they're talking about how the footage, when you've seen the video, if you didn't see the MTV stuff, you see the video and it's just slowly showing the legs. And then they cut to the main, And
it was great. And then Ken Sharp was like, all of a sudden you see them and you're like, oh.
Paul's a good looking guy. Gene was a scary guy and still had his demonic persona. Martin Popoff says they were embracing the hair metal, got the fringe and colorful clothes.
Yep.
And then pops out this fucking idiot, Riki Rachtman.
Oh God, I know. I'm like, really,
making fun of them, saying that they look like they borrowed Olivia Newton-John's clothes and aerobics clothes. And they were, he's like, I never hear this, but you were so much tougher with all that makeup. First of all,
yeah.
Olivia Newton-John was fucking smoking back in the day.
Blazing hot.
Oh,
yeah. She wasn't on that Krispy Kreme calendar, I tell you that.
No. We'd be making Krispy Kremes if we looked at her a little longer.
Looking good.
Most definitely. And she had a good 70s country career before she got into Grease and all that other shit.
Yep.
But anyways, have you seen yourself in footage, Riki Rachtman, in the late 80s and stuff? And your teased up permed hair? That's a better look. Oh, I forgot now. You then became like grunge and you cut your hair and put earrings on and got tattoos and now you're fucking street cred.
Yeah, that was a weird one for me because I'm like, Riki Rachtman, you used to host Headbangers Ball. Like you ran the Cat House on fucking Sunset Strip, I believe.
And hung out with Danger, like all those fucking bands.
Like, I'm like, I don't understand. Like, that was just a weird I'm like, I understand if you want to make a comment on the change from the makeup and costumes to the 80s hair metal stuff, but to say that they looked like out of place, that they borrowed Olivia Newton-John, I'm like, dude, they look like every other fucking band right at that time.
In 83, do you think they look different than Motley Crue? Did they look any different than Quiet Riot?
No.
They're all wearing that shit.
Right. Yeah, I didn't get that.
Dude,
I didn't get.
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, I didn't get that. I didn't
talk
get that.
About fucking band and makeup and hair and what the people look like back then.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
By the way, Riki Rachtman, future guest on the show, probably.
Yeah. Oh, Riki, we love. I really agreed with everything you said on that Kiss documentary. Where can I get an Affliction T-shirt?
Riki, haven't mentioned you on the show ever before. Thank you for joining us today.
Who the fuck is this asshole?
Yeah, some of your listeners send me some clips. Anyway, I was just like, go fuck yourself, really. Anyways, whatever. Dee Snider said it was direct, it was catchy, it was singable. And then, Ken, I agree with him 100%. It was those sing-along choruses built for live audience.
That's right. Paul's a genius at that.
When you think of that, right? When you think of that, it's exactly what Paul does. It's almost like he can imagine the band go, look it up.
Yep.
Lick it up. Whoa. Like you can imagine the fist bump and he can write songs like that.
Which is probably why he thinks Say Yeah is such a great live song, because it's a chorus that you can sing. Yeah, exactly.
And it's not a bad song. And it could work if you sang it in the era of the 2010s to about 2015. And then you add all the other great songs you have, but not singing this in place of other classics. That's the problem with that song.
Right.
Anyways, Martin Popoff, and I love this. This is a really simple song. It's actually a really well-written song. They're almost daring you to not like it because it's so simple.
Oh, that's me. I don't like it because it's so simple. The song is stupid.
Fucking love it.
It's stupid.
Okay. We'll break down these songs after at the end when we wrap up. Marty says the guitar sounds great, and they're trying to sound heavy. Marty Friedman, that is. Michael James Jackson says he thought it sounded great, kind of like a locomotive, and has that kind of energy to it. Very catchy, and had the attitude. They sounded tough again.
I agree with that. I do.
Love it. Eddie Trunk was saying that this kind of knocked down the narrative that Kiss was only about makeup and costumes, not real musicians. It brought Kiss into the 80s in their look and their sound, and it made them reach that fan base. Lick It Up with top 20 mainstream charts, and the album back in the top 30 for the first time in 4 years. Eddie says Kiss got a gold record with it. Clip to the reunion commercial. Come back. Martin says they had a great renaissance in the 80s. I love that Martin respects the 80s Kiss stuff. And because he admits, it's like, how many bands could say that gold records and platinum records in the 80s? Not many of them. It wasn't that fucking easy.
Yep.
They talk about Vinny leaving. Then they skip to 1991, talking about Eric passing away. Then Ken Glonley talks about Eric Carr, that is. And
then you get literally one sentence on Bruce Kulick.
Oh yeah, and Bruce Kulick was in the band.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah. Well, he's not in any of these songs. So
and I get exactly, and that's what I was just going to follow up by saying he's not connected to any of these songs, so I get it. But still.
And then they show the unplugged stuff, and Kiss Rock and Roll Night played together for the first time in 15 years. They talk about the reunion tour. Marty Friedman then says this: "You sucked for over a decade, and now these guys that I remember are coming back to me." Marty Friedman, part of the Charlie Benante fan love of Kiss, Asylum. You toured with them on that album. I don't know it.
Maybe it wasn't you. But I looked right in your face.
That was my favorite. I think Chuck goes, "You toured with them on that." I don't know that.
I don't remember.
I don't know Asylum. Asylum. I don't know no Godfather.
I don't know.
Oh, I used to be in the olive oil business with his father, but that's it.
It.
The FBI, they say Michael Corleone did this, Michael Corleone. Yeah.
But we have a signed affidavit right here.
I gotta say what's going on over here. That guy's awesome. Oh, I love the fucking Godfather. Stay tuned.
Oh yeah, wink, wink.
Yes. Yeah, and then, obviously Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and then the farewell tour, compilation clips, rehash of the 3 songs. And, Vai, Sharp, Bonamassa, and Vai all talk about those songs and stuff. And then the end of it, an hour. That was all in an hour. Now, is it fucking unheard of shit? Anything like that? No. But I enjoyed the fact, Tom, that this had people that I'd never expected to be in a Kiss. Dee Snider, yeah. Eddie Trunk, yeah. Fucking a couple of the other people, yeah. But there were a lot of people that I didn't expect to be in this, and I appreciated that.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I'll say about this was that I did appreciate just seeing some new faces. Like hearing Ken Kelly, Martin Popoff, Michael James Jackson, Stevie Vai, Marty Friedman. But other than that, like I said at the beginning, I felt like this was kind of a bait and switch because I was under the impression that we were going to really focus on the songs. All it was just a repackaged band documentary where they spent maybe an extra, minute or 2 minutes on Rock and Roll All Night and a little minute or 2 on I Was Made for Loving You and Lick It Up. But I get it. It's Reelz. It's okay. It is a way to repackage and distribute another band documentary and get fans like us talking about it and watching it. So I'm not going to fault them on that. And I will give them credit that this one was a little bit different. It had some new faces and some new comments. But are you going to learn anything new here? Not really, no. But it's Kiss. And that's ultimately what it comes down to. Seeing the band we love on TV. That's ultimately what it comes down to.
Yeah, I enjoyed this. These are those disposable, music commentary docs on bands that we enjoyed, stuff that was going well in the late 90s and stuff on VH1 and VH1 Classic that I really liked. And it's about those artists in an era that usually doesn't get afforded documentaries, right? Kiss, Whitesnake, Judas Priest. It's not the usual Pink Floyd, Joni Mitchell, and everything else.
Yeah.
And so I enjoyed this, Tom, for what it was.
Yeah, look, it's Kiss. I absolutely enjoyed it. Was I expecting a little bit more when I saw the title of the thing? Yes, I was. And when it first started, I was like, oh, wait a minute here. Gene was born in Israel. I'm like, what the fuck? I know that. I thought you were going to give me more. And then once I settled in, I was like, all right, I'm in. It's Kiss. I love it.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but I didn't see any of the other shows. So if I saw Judas Priest, they did one on this, let's say Kiss, Judas Priest, Story of Their Songs, then I would say, okay, I know what I'm expecting.
Yeah.
half of the Judas Priest doc that I saw something else will be in this, plus a couple new clips of them, somebody else talking about their shit.
Yep, exactly.
So I guess that would be it. But in the end, I enjoyed the 3 picks. I found them interesting. That's a conversation starter for us. But one of the things I want to, before we go, we are going to rank these docs like we do normally. But one of the things I want to mention is, I thought about what would be the next song. I get you're right. The direction with I Was Made for Loving You Change. It doesn't lick it up to me. I think no other song I can think of except maybe Heaven's on Fire would be the quintessential great song for them to come out with without the makeup. Because before that, Creatures of the Night, the big song was I Love It Loud, or let's say War Machine or something like that. You ain't doing demon-like songs without Gene and makeup as your breakout song to say we're different now. We're going to be like these other bands in the 80s.
Yeah. And it was 83, so you couldn't come out with Crazy Nights because that anthemic pop shit wasn't until 87, 88.
Nope.
So 83, it had to have either
Tears
been...
Are Falling's a good song.
No.
It ain't fucking impressing anybody.
No.
To be like, here we are.
It needed to be Lick It Up or Heaven's on Fire.
Yeah. I mean, I just lick it up. That anthemic. I mean, and also the other thing we keep forgetting, we're so used to it. Lick It Up is fucking ballsy for a title.
Oh, yeah.
It's AC/DC's Big Balls and fucking shit that's like, oh, it's kind of dirty.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah, right.
In the crowd. And it is true, like that whole fucking Family Guy where they're in the Hummer and every Hummer is always playing Lick It Up.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's just like,
yeah,
a guy, toxic masculinity, fucking lick it up.
Yep.
And that riff and that chorus. And that song really makes sense. This is our new album. This is our thing. We're no makeup. We can hang with these guys.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. It's funny because, like I said earlier, usually when I watch these things, I'm like, oh, come on. But I think those are the 3 songs I would pick. I honestly think that those are the 3 pivot point, turning point, landmark songs I would pick.
Yeah, because everything else, Kiss was staying afloat.
That's right.
Taking off the makeup. If that Lick It Up fell flat, like I said, if they came out with fucking Murder in High Heels and this is our new video and we're taking the makeup off, how did that go over?
That's the genius of Paul. We talk about all the time. He's like, if we're gonna break new ground, it has to be catchy and anthemic.
A big song, and this is it.
That's right.
And it's been in the set list ever since.
Yep. And I still can't stand it.
I fucking love it. Love it. And that's why I love doing this show with you, brother. We have different opinions, but
that's right. That's right.
It works.
Yep.
Anyways, what we do next, Tom, is we go to our docs, and we've done a bunch of them.
Yep.
And we rank them. So these are the documentaries we reviewed so far. Kiss Confidential, Second Coming, The Eric Carr Story, Kiss Breaking the Band, A&E Biography, Kiss frontman Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Reelz, and now Kiss Story of Their Songs, Reelz. So, Tom, would you like to read your list? What do you got?
Yep. So for me, my ranking right now at number 6, I have the Eric Carr Story. At number 5, I have Kiss frontman Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Reelz. Number 4, Second Coming. Number 3, Kiss Breaking the Band. Number 2, Kiss Confidential. And number 1 is the A&E Biography. This isn't bad, but I'm going to put it at number 5. I'm going to put it above the frontmen Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley, just because this focuses on the band and the music a little bit more specifically. It encompasses, all the different band members, a little bit of, drama and stuff. So I'm going to put it there. So I have it at number 5 behind Second Coming and above frontmen.
Okay. So, Tom, starting from 6 to the top, I am at 6, Kiss frontman Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, Reelz. 5, Eric Carr Story. 4, Second Coming. 3, Kiss Confidential. 2, Kiss Breaking the Band. Number 1, A&E Biography. Honestly, for a couple different reasons, Tom. I'm putting this at number 2.
Whoa.
And I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Although I like there's stuff in the Eric Carr story that I really like, but it doesn't move very well.
Yeah.
Okay. So the unseen stuff and seeing Eric and his family life outside, and that's fascinating stuff. But obviously it wasn't done with his KISS availability, his KISS membership allowed. So it could have been done a lot better. Second Coming had some great parts, but it had some just boring shit. KISS Confidential had some good parts, the Take It Off part, but KISS Breaking the Band. Yeah,
dude, that was hilarious. Just because it had those reenactments.
Reenactments. But the reason why I'm putting this as number 2, and it's nothing great, like, oh, you got to see this. Have you seen this? You got to see this. That ain't it. It's an hour.
Yep.
Very disposable.
Yep.
There isn't a portion of this that you're like, oh, you can, you don't have to see this, or, oh, this part you can just skip. It's quick. Every part of it has a section that should be discussed. And
the cool thing about it too, it ultimately wraps up at Lick It Up.
Yeah. And
they fly through the next 20 years of their career with, but it's pretty much from 74 to 83. And
in addition to that, it has feedback from people I haven't heard.
Yeah.
So it looks fresh to me.
Yeah, it's watchable. It's absolutely watchable.
Yeah.
No doubt.
And that's just it. With also the idea of like Second Coming and stuff, I've seen other shit. So if I'm ever going to if Second Coming is on, or the story of their songs, Reelz come on, I probably watch story of their songs. It's a fucking hour. But it's actually 48 minutes probably.
Yeah, with the commercials. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, It's disposable. It's easy. It's not boring. I'm interested in hearing other parts of this. And I like the breakdown and the selection of the songs and the way they do that a little bit.
Yeah.
And I actually enjoyed this one, guys. I did.
Yeah. It definitely gets a recommendation. No doubt.
Yeah. And one other part is addition by subtraction. There's no psychiatrist fucking giving the opinion of what's going on with the band.
I wanted Judy Ho.
Judy Ho. Well, so Tom, what we do next is we go to this.
Yes, we do our question of the week. Brought to you by the wonderful Fusion Tech. Fusion Tech is a recognized communications contractor specializing in the construction, splicing, testing, and documentation of all types of fiber optic networks. Along with that, Fusion Tech Electric can service all of your electrical construction needs, commercial, industrial, and utility, as well as electrical substation work and all UPS and DC power plant installation. Fusion Tech currently operates throughout the 5 boroughs of New York City, as well as New Jersey and the tri-state area, providing union labor with IBEW Local 3 in New York City and IBEW Local 164 and Local 102 in New Jersey. For more information about Fusion Tech, visit them on their website at fusiontech-llc.com or call them at 973-650-1357.
Yeah, Fusion Tech.
Boom. All right, and this week our question comes from our good friend and longtime listener, Lance Lumley. Hey, Tom and Zeus, love the new website, nicely done. A somewhat fun question to ponder. We all have our favorite KISS member. Mine is Eric Carr. That's Lance saying that. But I wanted to ask, which member do you think has matured the most since being in the band? It's hard to think of rock and rollers being classy or mature, but in my old age, I was wondering which member do you think has so-called grown up after living the rock and roll lifestyle?
Okay, so I can think of the most grown up of all of the things that have been done by KISS members. I would say Gene's is probably the obvious one, because his view on marriage. He used to give that same misogynistic, I'm a dog, and fucking talk down to people. Now he's all loving about Shannon. He talks about her being a great mother. He shows respect for marriage and he shows respect for love. Yeah, Gene, I would say.
Okay, that's kind of funny because I think Gene, I love Gene. Matured? From that aspect, yes. I I would probably kind of agree, only because of where he was. I mean, he's still kind of silly and kind of a bozo, but I mean, Bruce was never really, he was always grown up for the most part, like Bruce, Paul, like those guys. Tommy, I don't really know much about him. He's a quiet guy. Eric, kind of the same thing. So I honestly, by default, probably have to say Gene, and I would use the term matured loosely, because he really is still kind of like a kid at heart, especially with some of his social media stuff.
Yeah, or he'll walk on, or he does like the Gene. He'll go on sound check in a bathrobe, flash his ass a little.
Yeah,
you know, he's being silly a little bit.
But matured, I think everybody was already kind of mature, like stuffed shirts, kind of in the way. So, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a weird question. It's a good question, Lance, and we always appreciate your interaction and feedback. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I would probably just say Gene and probably kind of piggyback on what Zeus said about the whole marriage angle and how he's, embracing the married life and the family life.
I think it's a great question.
Yep. Always, Lance. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
Tom, where can people find us?
Please start with our awesome website, shoutitoutloudcast.com. You can go there, find all the episodes, all the rankings, all the lists, everything that we talk about on this show, you can find there. You can also find all the album review crew episodes.
Can you find a Krispy Kreme calendar?
Not yet, but we'll try to put a link on there for you so you can take a look. You can find the Zeppelin Chronicle episodes that we've done. You can find links to merch on there so you can buy some Shout It Out Loudcast gear. You can also click on links and see all of our friends. We talked about James Campion earlier. You can click on the link there, take you to his website. You can buy his books and everything. Check it out. Zeus has put up some really great photo albums about Creatures Fest, the Kiss Cruise, all that stuff. There's a ton of stuff on there. You can message us directly from the website, as we read those tonight, which is awesome. So please check that out. And of course, our email, shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com. Please use that one. We might not read every one of them during the show, but we read them. We talk about them. Sometimes we might breeze through them if it's a great email, but a little bit long. And of course, our social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Please interact with us on there. Tag us, take pictures. If you see something Kiss related or show related or Krispy Kreme related, tag us in it. And of course, as we mentioned earlier, we're part of the great Pantheon podcast network of shows. The aforementioned Martin Popoff has a great show called History in 5 Songs. Check him out and check out the other great shows. And of course, our wonderful Patreon family. We love you guys. Check us out, patreon.com and the Patreon app.
Yeah, you can always DM us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We got a shitload of them now after our Sam Loomis episode. Jump on there and subscribe to us there. Give us one of those 5-star child reviews so people can help find our podcast. If you give us one of those reviews, we always read them on the air. We appreciate it. It's a big help to us. And we can't thank you enough when you do something like that. It's a tremendous value for the show. And you can do that on any of the areas where you listen to podcasts, Good Pods, iTunes, Spotify, Facebook, wherever you can find them. I always like to repeat our awesome website, shoutitoutloudcast.com. We put a lot of work into it. It's kick-ass. We got a lot of stuff on there. We're trying to update some features here and there, new photos and stuff. You guys keep sending us the photos of the T-shirts.
Please, yes.
Take a look at our Loudcasters images there. We got some good-looking people there, and some they need a little help. But for the most part, you guys are good-looking people. So keep sending us those. And keep interacting. And we love to get your feedback, and it's always appreciated. And don't forget, you can always email us at shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com, shoutitoutloudcast@gmail.com. Those are big helps. And again, Tom mentioned the merch. Get the shirt from the website, take the photo, send it in, and then you end up on the website.
There you go.
Don't forget our Amazon store, which is a big help to us as well. Buy anything you want, click on the Amazon link. And you know how Amazon works, guys. They'll take care of you. So that will be another big one. Anything else you can do to help the show, and that'll be greatly appreciated, especially a Patreon membership.
Mm-hmm.
I think I wrapped it up, Tom. And what we always end up doing before we wrap up officially is we go to famous last words. You got any?
Tonight, I want to see it in your eyes. Feel the magic. There's something that drives me wild.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Don't want to wait till you know me better. Let's just be glad for the time together. Life's such a treat, and it's time you taste it. There ain't a reason on earth to waste it. It ain't a crime to be good to yourself.
Most definitely.
Tom, Loudcasters, Kiss Army, everyone out there listening, thank you.
Love you guys. You're the best. Thank you for all the support, the kind words, the birthday wishes, everything, for being fans of our awesome show. You make it awesome. We're proud of it. And we love that you're part of the family. So thank you. Zeus, as always, my friend. Thank you.
Peace out, Girl Scout. So 1 week later, do you believe Roy or do you believe Roy is Sam Loomis?
I don't know if Roy is Sam Loomis.
I will give you $1 million. You have to pick one or the other. What is most likely true? Or column C, none of them are.
It's not Roy.
It's not.
It's not Roy. I'm not 100% sure who it is. It's not Roy. That's my serious. If I had to put money on it, I don't think it's Roy. I'm not sure if it's the other people that he named, but I don't think it's Roy.
I think there's 4 questions. Is it the other people? Is it Roy? Is it one of the 2 people? Or is it neither of the 2 people? My guess, it's one of them.
I mean, but by default, I would probably have to agree with you because I don't think it's Roy. But I don't know.
I don't know who else it would be.
You also got to remember that none of these people get along with each other. So listening to them, it's like there's no honor among thieves. So listening to any of them is kind of could be hazardous to your health.
If you put a gun to my head and said you need to decide, I'd probably say it's Roy. Of anything, like you.
I wouldn't fight you on that. But yeah, I wouldn't fight you on that.
But I don't care enough to fucking put the effort in to dig it out and find out if it is him. No. I find this shit fascinating and a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
And no harm, no foul. If it's not Roy, I can laugh with him about it and just say,
absolutely. He laughs about it.
I don't know, dude.
You heard him laugh when we said, "Is it you?"
Yeah, exactly.